Hi, I'm Paul Pringle, Managing Director of Solarglide Limited, and today's product deep dive is about our sustainable blind range. Solarglide feel that sustainability and looking at different aspects of improving our business are key to our culture within the business, and it's something that we're working hard on at the moment and we continue to do in the future as well. Just to give you sort of a little bit of background as to why we're doing this, there's a lot of pollution in the world's oceans, and this was one of the reasons that we decided to introduce a sustainable blind into our range, as well as another bunch of key factors that influenced us for doing this. Just to give you a few sort of statistics which are quite shocking, there are over 8 million tonnes of plastic that goes into the world's oceans every year. They're made up of lots of different types of garbage, so to speak, including cigarette butts, 27%, plastic dishes and cups, 14%, cans and beverages around 10%, so that's the aluminium type, glass bottles, 7%, food packaging, plastic bottles, which is one of the key elements we're going to talk about today, which is 7%, as well as plastic bags that you get from the supermarket and fishing nets. At the moment, all of this is going into the world's oceans, and Solarglide are going to try and do everything we can to ensure that our products that we're manufacturing and supplying to our customers are as sustainable as physically possible, whilst also looking at not only the way that we make the product, but also how our customers dispose of the product at the end of its life cycle. Other sort of statistics just to mention about decomposition, just to give you an idea of how long certain things that go into the ocean last for. A banana peel, for instance, which is a food item, that decomposes much quicker than other objects that go into the ocean. That takes around 3 to 4 weeks to decompose. A plastic carrier bag that you would get from the supermarket can take between 10 and 20 years to decompose. So that in itself is a long period. But as you go up to bottles such as plastic bottles, for instance, made of polyester, they can take about 450 years to decompose, so we're getting much higher. If a small battery that you put into a computer system or something electrical in your home, that can take about 100 years to decompose. And then if you go up to glass bottles, for instance, they can actually take 1 million years before they decompose. So the statistics are quite shocking. And if I go back to the first statistic that I gave, which is there are 8 million tonnes of plastic going into our ocean every year, you can see that we've got such a major problem that needs to be dealt with. And here at Solarglide, we've been looking at that. So that's why we've introduced a new blind into our range, which is a sustainable roller blind. So the exciting thing about our sustainable blinds is that it uses ocean plastic that is taken from the ocean. And this ocean plastic is then manufactured through a series of stages to become a new fabric that can be used for blinds. And the beauty of this fabric is that we don't mix it with other materials such as polyester. It's 100% ocean plastic. And the ocean plastic is taken from the bottom of the ocean, where it's most destructive for marine life. And it's taken and then it's processed in a factory and it's reused, and it's the perfect product for the blinds that we're offering in our sustainable range. The mechanisms that we offer for the blind are quite similar to the standard blinds that we offer. We offer sidewinders, we offer double pulley systems, we offer center pull handles, etc. So there's a lot of mechanisms that are general mechanisms that we use, so it's not too dissimilar to our standard range. But we also can motorize or solar power the blind as well, which I'll come on to a little bit later as we progress through the chat. So the fabric is a new fabric to the market. It's a very durable fabric, and it is IMO approved, which means that it is suitable for maritime interiors. The good thing about that is that it's flame retardant, which is essential for going onto ships or marine vessels. And it's very durable, so it's wipe clean, it's mold resistant, and it lasts for a long time. The range offers 7 colours. It's quite limited in colours, but the colours are very good. They're neutral colours, and just to give you an example of a few of the colours that are available, you can get white, you can get pebble, or you can get plaza grey. But all of them look fantastic once manufactured into a blind. There's plenty of choice in these neutral colours to match any maritime interior. These type of blinds are suitable for all types of ship, predominantly for cruise and ferry, because the cruise and ferry market are really looking heavily at the sustainable side of improvements for all of the industry. They're also suitable for commercial ships as well, including tankers and container ships and tugboats. They can't be used on the bridge because they're actually a dim-out blind, but they can be used for any windows that are aft of the bridge area, so they're a fantastic product. So the product comes with a range of manual operations, but the beauty of it is it can also be motorised, similar to the blackout blinds and dim-out screens that we offer in our standard range. They can be motorised by being hardwired into the ship system, which is great, but we also offer a system whereby the blind comes with its own micro solar panel, which allows the blind to be operated and self-sufficient. The blind charges during the day by taking in sunlight from the sun, allowing plenty of energy for moving the blind up and down. It doesn't have to be in direct sunlight, which is great. It just charges it when there's light outside. And that means that there's no electrician needed, there's no hardwiring into the system. And that's an option that we're offering. It's a very popular choice at the moment. It's great in the sense that it is sustainable, and it's a great product to ensure that there's power to the blind all of the time, and it's becoming more popular within our standard range as well as our sustainable range. So the fabric that we offer on this particular occasion is dim out. It's not a blackout product. We're hoping that a blackout product is going to come onto the market soon that we can offer in our blinds, but at the moment it's a dim out. It comes with a 5% openness, which means that it lets lots of light in, but it is deemed as a privacy blind, so it does block out a lot of visibility, so people can't see clearly into a cabin or a public space or a crew area on board. So it is deemed as dim out. Dim outs are great because they let lots of light into the room compared to a blackout blind, which makes it particularly dark and claustrophobic at times. So it's great that it's dim out, and it does provide plenty of privacy all day long. At the beginning, I gave you lots of statistics about the various issues with pollution going into the ocean. And one of the things that we noticed as a company was about 2 years ago, we noticed that we were using a lot of plastic packaging. And when I was on board one of the cruise projects that we were doing, I realised that we were putting a lot of this plastic into the skips on board the ship, and also realised that a lot of that was going to be going into landfill. So here at Solarglide, when I came back from that trip, it really was an eye-opener for me. I thought, we've got to do something about this. We've got to look at our packaging and see what we can do to improve it, to make it better. And what we've done over the course of the last 24 months is we have radicalised our packaging in the sense that we've got rid of all of the plastic packaging and we've changed it for sustainable products. So the majority of the packaging that we offer is biodegradable now, or it's been recycled previously, or it can be recycled. So we've got a combination of all that. We've done everything we can to make it as sustainable as possible. So to give you a few examples of what we offer now for our packaging, if we do larger orders, they go out in wooden crates which can be recycled and reused, but for the regular day-to-day orders that we send out, we use cardboard packaging, we use strong cardboard edging, we use biodegradable bubble wrap, which is green in colour, and that decomposes very quickly. We use sugarcane wrap instead of shrink wrap. We use paper-based docket sleeves. Everything's paper-wise for the export documentation that we put with our blinds. The tapes that we use are paper-based now rather than plastic. So we've looked at everything that we can to make our packaging as sustainable as possible. So that's one of the major things that's happened in the business over the past 2 years. Other things we're looking to do is to bring new sustainable products into our range, and also look at our existing products to see what we can do to make them more sustainable, and that's swapping out plastics for more sustainable products, and we're looking at that currently for the existing range. We're also hoping, as well as this sustainable blind that we're talking about today, to bring out new sustainable blinds that that coincide with this product. So we've got lots of stuff going on in the background. We're not sitting tight. We're going to keep on looking at everything that we do, all the processes within the business, continue to look at packaging as well, and also try and encourage our suppliers that are sending goods into us as well, components, etc., to look at their packaging, because it's all good and well us sending out biodegradable packaging, but if our suppliers are still sending us heavily based plastic products into the business, it's kind of cancelling that out. So we're looking at doing that as well. The other thing that we're trying to encourage is we're going to be giving our customers a breakdown of the materials that we use for each of our products, and give them a percentage as well of the amount of the product that can be recycled once it comes to the end of its product life cycle. So that's going to be really important to us as well. It's giving that feedback to our clients, and also offering instructions as to how the product can be recycled when it is actually finished with. So our blinds roughly last for between 15 and 20 years once installed, if they're looked after. What happens to the blind when that blind is no longer fit for purpose? So instead of just looking at manufacturing as many blinds as we possibly can and sending them out the door, we're also going to be given valuable information as to how to recycle the product at the end of its life cycle. So Solarglide's future plans are that sustainability becomes the heart of what we do. We're looking at everything that we do within the business. We're currently working with a company called Sustainable Business Services, looking at our carbon footprint, looking at what we're doing in terms of sending goods out, offsetting what we're sending out, also looking at our vehicles. So how does everybody in the business get to work? Is that the most effective way of getting to work? And really getting right down to the nitty-gritty about where we are as a business and where we're striving to go. Now, as a company, because we have a lot of service teams working around the globe, we send our engineers to many countries around the world, and that in itself uses up a lot of energy and a lot of carbon. So we're looking at offsetting that by doing various activities as a team within the business, such as planting trees, doing stuff in the local community, and various other things as well. So there's lots of stuff to look at. We're also working alongside DHL for offsetting the exports that we do on a daily basis. So we're really trying to pinpoint everything we can do to make our business as sustainable as physically possible. It's really exciting for us, and everybody in the Solarglide team is really on board, and it's really important to us that we get this right. If you want to find out more about our sustainable blinds, you can visit the Solarglide website. If you go into the product tab at the top of the home page, the products come down and you select roller blinds and screens, and it's in there, sustainable blinds. And if you click on that particular page, you'll be taken to a full listing of everything to do with the blind, features, benefits, etc. on there. So it's a great product, and we'd love you to check it out and see what you think. Thanks for tuning into our product deep dive, and if you want to find out more, you can visit our website www.solarglide.com, or you can contact us on email at theteam@solarglide.com, or you can find us on any of the social media platforms, including Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn.